Hello everyone, my name is Leuis from BSED Science 3A together with Miss Kate Cuaton Caparro, and we are the researchers. So our research title is all about the difficulties and coping mechanism in an online learning phenomenology. So here is our domain of inquiry. So the purpose of this study is to explore the experiences of all the Bachelor of Secondary Education major in science in an online learning in times of pandemic at Eastern Visayas State University main campus school year 2021 to 2022. Specifically, it answers the following questions. First, what are the difficulties experienced by the students in an online learning on their major subjects? The second one is, what are the coping mechanisms of the students on dealing with the difficulties experienced on their major subjects? So we have here our scope and delimitation. So this study focused on the impacts of the new normal education to the performance of these students. So the primary subjects of this research study consisted of all the BSED major in science students only. The study focused on all students in the present academic year 2021 to 2022. The respondents would be limited to 7 first-year to 4th-year BSED major in science students in Eastern Visayas State University main campus, Tacloban City. So here is our conceptual framework. So we have here 3 boxes, and for the first box we have the difficulties and problems, and for the second box we have the effects, and on the third box we have the coping mechanism. So, the significance of the study. So, for the students, the results of this study will greatly affect the students, for they will be aware on what strategies and coping mechanism will they use to overcome the difficulties. And for the teachers, the findings of this study may provide them suggestions to create more effective teaching strategies where the students will continue to learn effectively. And for the school administrator, the study will help them determine the challenges faced by the BSED major in science students and how these challenges affected their performance. And for the parents, the study will benefit the parents for them to identify the difficulties experienced by their children with their studies and to help them provide the needs, support, and motivation that are needed by the students. So we have here the chapter 3, the methodology. So this chapter presents the description of the research process. It provides information about the methods and procedures that were used in the study, as well as the justification for the use of this method. This chapter will also tackle the different stages of the study, which is the selection of research respondents, the data gathering process, and analyzing the data. So for our research design, so this study used a descriptive phenomenology design. Descriptive phenomenology stimulates people's perception of lived experiences while emphasizing the richness, breadth, and depth of those experiences. So Strubert and Carpenter of 1999. Also, according to Criswell of 2007, a phenomenological study identifies the meaning of the lived experience of individuals related to a specific phenomenon and then develops a composite description of a phenomenon. So this paper utilized a descriptive phenomenology design because it aimed to explore and describe the difficulties and coping strategies of the students in an online learning. It is appropriate to the study because the interviews will provide a profound understanding of the phenomenon. So here is our research environment. So the study was conducted by the researchers virtually at Eastern Visayas State University main campus, Tacloban City. particularly in the College of Education, Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Science. The university's science education students will supply a sufficient population for the researchers' study. And for the method, we are here the data gathering tool. So the study conducted interview using an open-ended question to collect data. A guide questionnaire for interview was made and validated by the panelists, and it serves as the basis for the interview flow. And for the ethical consideration, the researchers ensure that they interact with the respondents in either virtual or personal way, that they didn't invade the respondents' privacy without their consent, and this research didn't hurt their feelings, and that all information received from them was acknowledged and accurately presented. And for the data gathering procedure, the researchers ensured to conduct the study during the leisure time of the respondents. The primary sources of the data came from the responses of all the participants. The main data gathering instrument that is used in this study is a virtual interview. The link of the interview was sent through personal messages, and it is conducted in the respondents' free time so as not to interfere with their normal class schedule.
Chapter 4, Presentation, Analysis, and Interpretation of Data. This chapter discusses the data collected from the in-depth interview. The themes that were disclosed in this research were grounded in the rules and guidelines of the Leuis 1978 method of descriptive analysis. So as we can see, we have here our theme table, and we identified 4 themes from the data that we collected. And under these themes, we also identified sub-themes. So for the theme 1, which is the learning struggles, we identified 3 sub-themes, which is the poor internet connectivity, environmental factors, and the learning distractions. And under the coping strategy, we also formulated 3 sub-themes, which is the watching videos, reading, and note-taking. And for the third theme, which is the learning challenges, we identified also 3 sub-themes, which is the losing interest, unmotivated to learn, and difficulty in self-learning. In theme 4, which is the online learning advantages, we identified 3 sub-themes also, which is the time management, flexibility, and the cost efficient. So that are the themes and the sub-themes that we identified from the data that we collected. And for the presentation of themes, for our theme 1, which is the learning struggle is the prevailing theme in the study. The detrimental effects of online learning are reinforced that a switch to online classes might have had a negative impact on students' academic performance. That is cited by Albert Koch and Harmon 2016, Bettinger et al. 2017, Phil Yorash and Yen 2013, Jagars and Su 2016, and Hart, Friedman, and Hill 2016. The sub-themes were identified and grouped under the same learning struggles. These are poor internet connectivity, environmental factor, and learning distraction. These challenges affect the learning of the students in online learning. So according to our participants, from participant 1, significant statement number 1, it is hard, especially that the internet connection is not stable. From participant 7, significant statement number 12, it can't be avoided to have a noisy background. My mother is sewing, so the machine is noisy, as well as my grandmother. And also, I have my cousins and nephews in our house. From participants 7, significant statement number 34, there are so much distractions, like there is the Facebook, which your attention is being diverted to whenever you are studying. For theme 2, coping strategy, according to Algorani Ahmad and Vekas Gupta 2022, coping is defined as the conscious and deliberate mobilization of acts to handle internal and external stressful events. Coping strategy are students concentrated on making up for a shortage of resources, create new routines, maintain social relationship, and attempt new activities to add structure to your life, as cited by Logel Christine et al. 2021. The sub-themes under the theme coping strategy are watching videos, reading, and note-taking. These strategies are the techniques used by the participants in order to learn amidst the online learning. So as what participant 7 from participant 7 significant statement number 16 said, I watch videos in YouTube and search on the internet to understand the topic. Significant statement number 2 from participant 1, I do self-study and advanced reading. After the discussion, if I can't understand it, I read articles that is related to the topic. And from participant 2, significant statement number 21, my strategy when I am reading is I take note. I will write what I understand. And now the learning challenges, which is the theme 3. While some students seem to enjoy this method of learning, others do not appear to be interested. Some students might not show interest at all. Others may not be interested, but some of the students seems unmotivated and is losing interest. According to Davis Go and Taylor 2019, student hurdles to online learning could include expectations, misunderstanding, time management, and interpersonal communication. The identifying expectation and offering feedback may be obstacles for instructors and personal relationship. The subthemes under learning challenges are lose of interest, unmotivated to learn, and the difficulty in self-studying. So as what our participant said, this is from participant 2, significant statement number 31, there is no motivation to continue studying. It is hard for the students and the major subjects are also hard. And from participant 5, significant statement number 26, no learning because it's just self-study. For the theme 4, which is the advantages of online learning, online learning is beneficial to a number of learners. That is according to Rawashdi 2021. It has the potential to improve the quality of teaching and learning report on the necessity for higher education institution to maintain a competitive edge, as well as to access the education and training. Students' education in this globalizing marketplace, according to Islam Burr in Slack 2015. The combination of student costs have decreased as a result of information technology in the form of e-learning, enhancing the learning and the teaching experiences, as cited by Sukram 2015. Under the themes advantages of online learning are the sub-themes time management, flexibility, and cost efficient. As what participant 3 said, significant statement number 37, also you can attend a class even if you have some appointments because it is online and especially when attendance is a must and has an impact in grading. And from participant 1, significant statement number 35, I can manage my time here in the house and less interaction to different people. And from participant 2, significant statement number 39, I can say that online is advantage when it comes to financial. For the positive effects, we won't be spending a lot of money. Chapter 5, Summary, Conclusions, and Recommendations. The finding from the study shows that the recurring theme of the difficulties and coping mechanism of the BSED science students in Eastern Visayas State University encounters learning struggles, coping mechanism, learning difficulties, and advantages of online learning. The students overcome the difficulties by using the coping mechanisms. The findings of this study reveals that the cons of online learning are the learning struggles, especially the unstable internet connectivity, as what most of the participants claimed, and one of the pros is the cost efficient and time management. For the conclusion, students majoring in science have been a significant impact from online learning. The majority of the students had a similar difficulties and challenges in an online learning environment. Some of the difficulties and challenges encountered online include poor internet connectivity in some places, environmental factors such as background noises during class discussions, and learning distractions. Students, on the other hand, were able to adopt unique strategies or coping mechanisms to overcome these problems and saw benefits from online learning. Students' techniques include watching online videos on social media sites like YouTube and other sites, and also surfing and reading additional information on the internet. Students benefit from online learning because they better manage their time, be more flexible, and save money by not having to pay for school expenses and fees. And for the recommendations, based on the foregoing findings and conclusions, the researcher recommend the following. First, the students with poor internet connectivity should be given support to improve their internet connections. Second, students suffering with environmental factors should seek for a comfortable place. Third, the students should be provided with enough learning materials and digital resources. Lastly, further study are needed to be done in a larger scope to provide more findings regarding the topic of the study.